What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel and to another video. Today we are reacting to Yuri on Ice episode 10. So we only have 3 episodes to go, and in the last episode we had the free skate at Ross Telecom where Yuri made quite a few small-ish mistakes and ended up in 4th. However, because of the way that the rankings worked on everyone else, he did still qualify for the Grand Prix final even though he went in with a 2nd and a 4th. Not super common in the real world, but can happen. In fact, last year we had someone at the Grand Prix final who finished in 2nd and 4th. However, that was an alternate who ended up getting to go because someone withdrew. So it's not crazy common. Usually you have to be on the podium at both events and you have to be pretty high. Sometimes even 2nd and 3rd will not make it. But it's Yuri on Ice, as I've talked quite a bit about it. It's been fairly dramatic. But if this is your first time at the channel, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Hannah and I'm a competitive figure skater. I began skating at the age of 6 and coached for 10 years of that, so I like to say I know a thing or two about skating. It is actually not my first time watching this show, it is my 2nd time, and while there has been a lot of stuff that I have forgotten, a lot of this is not just regular reaction, a lot of it is going to be me pausing and talking about the realism within the sport, as well as a lot of talking over the anime, so I just want that forewarning. This is not just a regular reaction if that's what you're looking for. I'm really going to be talking about the skating element of it and not a lot about the story itself. But I am excited to see what happens next. I do remember it ending kind of on a cliffhanger, like the entire story, and we're not going to talk about the fact that we're not getting more. I don't know if this was a good idea, if I'm being completely honest. But I do think we're gonna at least get through both programs at the Grand Prix final, so if I can make a prediction, I feel like this episode might be a little bit of an in-between for the Grand Prix final, with the last 2 episodes being the short program and the free skate. But we'll see. We're gonna dive right in, but before we do, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment your thoughts on today's episode. Also, if you are interested in seeing my reactions early and unedited, along with some Patreon exclusives, go ahead and join my Patreon that's in the description. When Yuri on Ice ends, I will be having Dandadan and Sakamoto Days be Patreon exclusives for what I think. I might try Dandadan a couple times. I did do season 1 fully on my YouTube channel, but more than likely those are going to be just Patreon exclusive. So if you're interested, it's linked in the description. But with that, we're gonna dive right in. I also changed the angle. My camera's a lot higher. I don't know if I like it, but if you guys do, let me know. And yes, my hair is dark now, in case you were wondering. Prix Grand Prix Final Special. Did I call it? Oh, that's right. They literally set this in Barcelona. The Grand Prix final was in Barcelona in 2016. Bingo da na. That is a very skating feeling. I'm one of the oldest and I'm literally 25. This is gonna be interesting. Figure skaters have to be very careful. Just like any celebrity, you have to make sure that you're like kind to your fans. I'm excited for this. It's gonna be a fun Grand Prix final. Wow. I'm totally doing that wrong. It's like left. I was saying, we haven't met him. Oh, he was on the world podium. He looked at you. Chill. Oh. Oh, it's petite. I was like, who is that? Who's Yuri? Jet lag is no freaking joke, though. Since he competed at the final Grand Prix of the season before the Grand Prix final, that means that he only had 1 weekend off in between. So dealing with like traveling around the world and jet lag. So what he did is he was in Russia. He had to fly back to Japan, which I don't think is that bad as far as like time zones goes. I feel like that's closer to, it depends on what part of Russia they were in. Were they in Sochi? I can't remember. So he had to travel from Russia to Japan, had to adjust, train, get ready, and now he has to fly from Japan to Spain, which is, I think, quite a big difference of time zone. So he had 1 weekend in between. So he was probably finished at Rostelecom on 1 weekend, had a weekend to chill, and now Grand Prix final is the following weekend. So there's really not a lot of time, and that's the thing about Grand Prix is that it's like 1 week after another, and they're on like different continents. So some skaters will opt to do 2 in a row, but it's if Skate America and Skate Canada are right next to each other so they can stay in the same continent, sometimes even the same time zone. You just go to a different country. But you usually don't catch skaters doing back-to-back if they're in like NHK Trophy and Skate America, because that, as I experienced, that jet lag is no joke. So it's not a lot of time, and Grand Prix, that's why I feel like a lot of skaters don't take it, like they take it very seriously, don't get me wrong, because like it's a good paycheck and that sort of thing, but it's not as important to them as nationals and worlds, because like you might just mess up because it is fast paced, and if you mess up, you mess up, but if you mess up, you're not going to qualify for the final. So it's interesting. It's very back to back. I can't even imagine having to compete in different continents like that. It's crazy. It sounds pretty nice, honestly. I want to go back to Japan. What are they doing? They're all doing stuff. Do you feel left out, Yuri? Yeah, you can't be inside your head like that. Caked. Hello? Okay, they're doing such a fantastic job of making this rink look exactly like it did in the Grand Prix final of Barcelona in 2016. Like, actually, it's so crazy. They have so much attention to detail. They just get lazy at times. This kind of stuff is so obviously attention to detail. Like, it is a almost perfect copy and paste of the arena. I think the purple color is just a little too pink, and that's it. Like everything, the ISO, they had to put ISO instead of ISU, International Skating Union, looks exactly like it does. They did it. It's amazing. Hats off to that kind of research. Most coaches are very strict when it comes to competing. Shopping in Barcelona sounds pretty nice. It would be very expensive for me. He's trying to keep his mind off of it. Nande? Oh, they're stalking him. That's literally what's happening. Oh. Get away from the crazy fans. I was gonna say, Kazakhstan, I think their main language is Russian. A lot of skaters do move all over the world to try and find their best training spot. It's very straightforward. I was gonna say, I feel like they're very similar, and they would be able to speak to each other in their native language, which I'm sure is helpful, rather than trying to function in English all the time. They did a lot of shopping. Really? Yeah, I wouldn't be able to right before, like the night before a competition, because I don't sleep well when I have alcohol. I think I remember where that's going. You're just getting married. In case you didn't. They're literally their wedding vows. Now, seal it with a kiss. And now they're married. They just don't know it yet. Oh my gosh, leave him alone. He's about to compete. It's always the introverts that have no friends that do that. I do hear that the banquet skating scene is absolute insanity. Sweet. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. We got married! Literally anyone would be like, they got married! Oh. You don't just buy wedding bands and be like... I mean, you are competing against each other. At it? Might as well be married at this point. You're warming up to him too. Chill. Probably would have quit altogether. I knew this episode was gonna be like a little pre-game. Why is that the most realistic thing to ever happen? Live streams of figure skating are known to hardly ever work, but always be very expensive. That's probably the most realistic thing that's happened so far in this show. Oh, the buildup. Oh, the buildup. What's gonna happen? Grand Prix final goes by so fast because literally just 6 skaters. It's over in less than an hour. I was gonna say, I think there's an end credits scene. Oh. This is where he got the idea. Oh, I do not remember that. So that was episode 10 of Yuri on Ice. I kind of knew it was going to be a filler kind of in between because I was like, they've been doing like short programs in one episode, free skates in one episode. So I was like, this is going to be like an in-between, but really excited to see what happens next. I don't have much to say to this because there wasn't a lot of, there was like no skating to comment on, and I only really commented on some like random lore drops that were skating related. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm gonna say because I'm excited for episode 11. I'm probably gonna dive right into it now. So thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you liked it, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment your thoughts. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Matane.